Every single person was put here with the ability to help another. Adopt. If you can't adopt, foster. If you can't foster, sponsor. If you can't sponsor, volunteer. If you can't volunteer, donate. If you can't donate, educate. There are so many available options for anyone to be able to help animals in need. As a student with an unstable lifestyle, I found myself fostering, volunteering, and educating those around me. I'm a firm believer that everyone is able to make a difference and raise awareness for something that they believe in. As a young teenager, I started volunteering and shadowing local veterinarians. I found my passion for helping animals at a very young age. I eventually graduated high school with my associate's degree in science and moved to Logan, Utah to go to Utah State University and study animal sciences. During my journey, I have fostered 7 kittens, 6 dogs, and yes, even one very sick piglet from the USU farm, and I just finished a 150-hour internship at an animal hospital. I fostered for a couple of years, each animal inspiring me more, and each adoption story coming with excitement and tears. My first foster puppy was very sick and needed lots of training. He was adopted into a happy home and is doing very well. This is the typical adoption story that we like to hear. Fostering comes with ups and downs. I fostered a dog named Hulk who was brought all the way from Texas when Hurricane Harvey was happening. He unfortunately had heartworms and was unadoptable, but was able to live the rest of his life in foster homes, being loved to the fullest. Jessie was my next foster dog, also coming from Hurricane Harvey. There are so many times when fosters are needed because of the lack of space in the humane societies. When this was the case, I had 2 foster dogs and encouraged others to foster, volunteer, and help the animals in need. It is so important to hear these stories and spread awareness for these animals. They do not have a voice like you do. One of my foster dogs, named Leroy, was the most inspiring story I have to tell. He was brought into the Cache Humane Shelter with a spreading infection in his elbow. It was decided that the best thing was to amputate his leg, leaving a wobbly 3-legged dog. I was asked to foster him as he healed. He healed amazingly, and Leroy was able to walk and run intimidatingly fast on his 3 legs. I was ecstatic to get the call that someone wanted to meet him for a possible adoption. He was then adopted to become a service dog for kids that had been in accidents and became physically impaired. Most people don't realize the importance of awareness for pets with disabilities. When a dog becomes physically impaired, it's normal to question their future quality of life. There are options that can help the dog be able to continue to run and play, such as dog wheelchairs, harnesses, and other nursing care. Raising awareness for these types of animal disabilities helps future animals be able to receive the care they need to sustain a healthy and happy life. My last foster dog I had for almost a year, patiently awaiting his adoption. Can you imagine if he'd been in a kennel for a whole year? Fostering and volunteering is necessary for these animals. You are able to give something to these animals they wouldn't have without you. They have nothing but love to give and smiles to share. I can't stress enough how important it is to consider adopting from a shelter if you're looking for a new companion. There are animals out there without homes that need your help. Even simply telling a friend who is looking to adopt to take a look at the animal shelter will help. Taking a stand for shelter dogs and cats is giving these animals a voice and changing their world for the better.